Hey everybody, it's John again with your Catskill Farm Hustle. We're over here to the Snyder Farm, round baling silage hay that was mowed yesterday morning. We'll be loading up with our new Holland 180 Skid Steer. My father's on the other side of that hedgerow, baling the other 3/4 of the field with the new Holland BR760 Round Baler and the John Deere 4430. Okay, we're all loaded up. We put 16 bales on the flatbed truck. When I'm doing dry round bales, I'll do up to 24. But with the silage bales being roughly 1,000 pounds a piece, we do 16. That's 8 tons of hay. That's about all the truck's gonna want to handle. Joe and I are gonna go over on the other side of the hedgerow and talk about my dad. Okay, there we have my father, Harry, round baling with the BR760 and the John Deere 4430. That tractor was bought brand new by my grandfather, my dad's dad. I put it all in the windrows, no raking required. He's baling it right out of the windrow. It's about perfect, it really is. Making 52-inch silage bales. This field, between the back section here and out front, it's about 18 acres. I hope to get roughly 70 bales, give or take, off this field. We could bale dry hay at quite a bit faster speed, but with the silage, you got to go a little slower. It's a little sticky. Just go nice and easy. It prevents plugging, any binding issues you might have. He's piling them all here in the middle, nice and together. So when I go to pick it up, I save on loading time.
John says we don't need to strap down the bales, so we'll see if we lose any back there. So we made it back to the farm with all the bales intact without being strapped down. Pretty unsafe, if you ask me.
Okay, we made it back to the farm here with our load of round bales. This is our TubeLine TL4500 automatic bale wrapper. I bought this used last year. We used to individually wrap the round bales, and it literally took 3 people to do that process. This right here is just one person. It steers itself. If you look down the line of the bales, you can see we followed the contour of the land, and you can kind of see they snake back and forth. I hope to put up roughly 500 wrap bales to get through the winter. This unit's fully automatic. When you set the bale on, it starts the process. It's got a Honda engine. We'll start that up. Then the controls are over here. Turn the unit on, set it to manual. Then once you're wrapping, this turns it left and right, and it's got a counter. So I'll hop on the mini loader and get wrapping. Okay, we're gonna start wrapping bales here. We got 16 on the truck to wrap. Loading the bale wrapper with our Volvo L30B. As I get the bales off the truck, I always take them 2 at a time over to the wrapper. Just saves me travel time going back and forth to the truck. We used to wrap individual, and it literally took 3 people. Now Dad can be over in the field baling. I can go back and forth, wrap the hay. We use less plastic. I think I cut my bale wrap in half when I switched to the tube style wrapper last year. This unit purchased used out of Maridale, New York. That's over by Delhi. Word of mouth. Guy didn't have it listed. Got talking to somebody. Just idle conversation. I was telling him I used individual wrapper, and I was really looking to, get into TubeLine, tube style. And he's like, well, I think my neighbor's selling a wrapper. So one thing led to another. He got a hold of his neighbor. Guy says, yeah, sold my cows. Don't use it anymore, but it needs some work. On the control panel, saw those switches. They were all seized up, and the sun had baked them right to the plastic, and everything was junk. So I went to the local electrical supply and bought all square D replacement switches. Put them in. I think it had Appleton brand switches in it originally, but when I switched to square D, that way I knew something happens, I can get the stuff pretty quick, because my local supplier carries square D. That if you went with the Appleton special order, who knows how long it was going to take to get it. Week. I'll have to get off here in a second and just steer it a little. Like I said, that we're following the contour of the ground, so it takes a minute to. These new ones, these new bale wrappers, they got remote control, or even some of them got like an infrared laser that sticks out, so it'll follow the line of bales. There, it's all steered. Doesn't take long. Coming to the end of the row here also pretty quick, so we'll have to turn the wrapper around, head the other way. This unit also doesn't have automatic shutdown for when you run out of wrap, so you got to keep an eye on them rolls as they're going around in circles. You got to keep an eye on them rolls so you don't run out of wrap and then have a little bit of a mess in the tube, as far as like a bunch of bales that are unwrapped. There's Pizzotto limit switches all up underneath that unit too, and they needed a little work. They were seized up, but minor. And we keep a bunch of those limit switches on hand. Our bale bundler, the bale bearing, has a bunch of them, so keep them on hand. So if you have a breakdown in the middle of the day, or when you're right in the middle of baling and bundling, you don't have to stop, lose hay. You can just go down to the farm, get the parts right off the shelf, have at it. See, we'll wrap hay pretty quick, I'll tell you. Set this bale on, grab 2 more, and have to steer it just a little bit. It's not bad getting off and steering the wrapper. Stretch your legs. Okay, so we're at the end of the row here. So we're gonna take this push pipe and push the bales off. Turn the wrapper around and get started on the next row. Roughly 110, 115 bales per row. Switch this to manual. Reverse. This unit drives. It's not going to go like off-road too bad, but it will turn itself around here, you'll see. There you go. Same process. Let's see if the unit will drive itself now. There we go.